Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Are we okay, Prabhu? Are we ready, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay, Prabhu. Can you start the video, Prabhuji?
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we are very glad and fortunate to have the association of His Grace Satcidananda Govinda Prabhu. He has just finished his Tirtha Yatra to Mayapur and Sri Lanka, to the dhams where Lord Ramchandra was there. So Prabhuji will be sharing the nectar from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, chapter number 14 and sloka number 17. Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhuji. You can start.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Om Jnanativarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidinamini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashyata Deshadharini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yeshodanandana Brajajanarandana Yeshodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamuna Shari Yamuna Shari Jaya Radha Madhava Gunja Vihari Jayati Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Harinam Sankirtan ki jai Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Sai Gaur Premanandi Hare Hare Bol Hare Krishna, good morning to all of you, Shubhodayam. Welcome to this Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. Today we're going to read from Canto 5, Chapter 14, text number 17. Can you display, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji. I will display, Prabhuji. Just give me a minute, Prabhu. I'm just opening.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Nyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Naprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Kopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 14, text number 17. Kadachit manoratho upagada piturpitha mahadi asat sat iti swapna nivritti lakshanam anubhavati. Kadachit manoratho upagada piturpitha mahadi asat sat iti swapna nivritti lakshanam anubhavati. Kadachit मनोरथ उपगता पितृपिता महति असत् सत् इति स्वप्नो निर्वृत्ति लक्षणम् अनुभवति. Word meaning: Kadachit, sometimes, manoratha upagataha, obtained by mental concoction. Pitar, the father, pitamaha adi, or grandfather or others. Asat, although long dead, and although no one knows that the soul has gone. Sat, again the father or grandfather has come. Iti, thus thinking. Swapna nivritti lakshanam, the kind of happiness found in dreams. Anubhavati, the conditioned soul feels. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jaya. Translation: sometimes the conditioned soul imagines that his father or grandfather has again come in the form of his son or grandson. In this way, he feels the happiness once, sometimes feels in a dream, and the conditioned soul sometimes takes pleasure in such mental concoction. Purport. Due to ignorance of the real existence of the Lord, the conditioned soul imagines many things. Influenced by fruitive activities, he comes together with his relatives, fathers, sons, and grandfathers, exactly as straws gather together in a moving stream. In a movement, the straws are thrown everywhere and lose contact. In conditional life, the living entity is temporarily with many other conditioned souls. They gather together as family members, and the material affection is so strong that even after father or grandfather passes away, one takes pleasure in thinking that they return to the family in different forms. Sometimes this may happen, but in any case, the conditioned soul likes to take pleasure in such concocted thoughts. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. मूगं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनदारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्येश्वरम् Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaye Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Very wonderful Srimad Bhagavatam text today. So in the purport we can divide it into two parts. The first part is the conditioned state of living entity, and the second part is how conditioned soul under the illusion. So we'll take up the first part of the purport. I'll just read again. Due to ignorance of the real existence of the Lord, the conditioned soul imagines many things influenced by fruitive activity. He comes together with his relatives, fathers, sons, and grandfathers, exactly as straws gather together in a moving stream. In a moment, the straws are thrown everywhere and they are lose contact. So this is the way the conditioned state of living entity. So the Bhagavatam provides a profound analysis of the conditions of the living entity, like a jiva, in this material world, and its relationship with the Supreme Personality Godhead, Krishna. Also, it explains the living entity's eternal nature and the cause of its entanglement in the material existence and the means to attain liberation and spiritual realization. So we'll go the first part of the purport. Why the condition state of living entity. First point. First, we'll understand the eternal nature of the living entity. As soon as the Bhagavad emphasizes that the living entity is an eternal spiritual soul, Atma, distinct from the material body. And the living entity is pure spirit, eternal, and part and parcel of Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna. However, due to contact with the material energy, it becomes conditioned. So the soul is described as an eternal servant of Krishna, possessing instinct qualities of knowledge, bliss, and eternity, Satcidananda. This is the eternal nature of living entity. The nature of living entity, it becomes conditioned by material energy. That's what Prabhupada mentioned in the purport. How it is conditioned? The living entity becomes bound to the cycle of birth and death, samsara. Why? Because due to its associated with material energy, maya. So, Bhagavata explains the Third Canto, chapter 7, text number 10. The living entity designed to enjoy separately from Krishna becomes entangled in material nature, which is characterized by the three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance. So, why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Devi Isa Gunavi, Mama Maya Durata is very, very surpass the Maya of Krishna. Very, very difficult. Just by surrendering to Krishna only you can come out, you can surpass the Maya of the conditioned life. So, the cause of bondage is a living entity's false identification. The point is, the cause of bondage is the living entity's false identification with the body and the mind. It's leading to the ego, material desire, and attachment. So, because of the bondage, we lead to three different categories: attached to the mind and body, that leads to ego, that leads to material desire, then leads to attachment. So this is why how the conditioned soul conditioned by material energy. The second point. The third point, because of the condition, You become illusion and suffering. So Devi Sagunavi Mama Maya Duratya. Under the influence of Maya, the living entity forgets its true spiritual identity and suffers in the material world. So that's what Prabhupada says, just chant the holy name of Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It revives his consciousness. So in this way, mistaking temporary material pleasure as true happiness, the with the conditioned soul put in the illusion and suffering. So the Bhagavatam says in 7th canto, 13th chapter, compares the completion soul to the traveler lost in the forest. So Prahlad Maharaj gives the analogy. When a traveler lost in the forest, what happens to him? He will forget its real destination. Unaware of his real destination. Prabhupada gives a very good example. Suppose you are driving a car, somebody stop your car. My dear sir, where you are going? The driver replies, I don't know. I'm just driving the car, following all the signals, rules, but I don't know where I'm going. So where they'll take them, the driver, they'll take him to Nimans. We have some mental problem. Similarly, the conditioned soul, they don't know where the destination, where one should go, where is the goal. Because of illusion and suffering, they forget the real destination. It's the third point. The fourth point is the karma and the cycle of samsara. So the Bhagavatam describes how the living entity is bound by its action karma, which leads to reaction, karma phala. Each and every action, there is the opposite reaction. Similarly, when you do karma, which leads to reaction as karma phala, in the form of happiness and distress. The canto 6 describes the story of Ajamila, how he was undergoing all the karmas and also the karma phala. So the karma binds the living entity and consequences of sinful and pious actions. So the fourth point is karma and the cycle of samsara. The fifth point is forgetfulness. So in Gita chapter 15, text number 15, Sarvasya Sangrisanni Vishnu, Matta Spati Jnana Avohanam Cha. The Krishna giving forgetfulness, but we are forgetting Krishna, not forgetting also forgetting our real identity. So the Bhagavatam describes how due to Maya, the living entity forget Krishna and his eternal relationship with him. This forgetfulness results in spiritual ignorance. Avidya brings avidya to the conditioned soul, causing the living entity to seek material solution to its external existential problem. So Radhesham Prabhu gives a very good example. Material problem and spiritual solutions. So since we forget Krishna, we are put under the conditioned state. And we are going undergo many troubles and in this material world. So this is the fifth point. The sixth point is how to liberate from this conditioned state. And path of liberation, the sixth point. So the Bhagavatam highlights that the conditioned soul can be freed from material bondage through, first point, devotional service, through bhakti yoga, connecting oneself to Krishna as it liberates us from the conditioned state. The Sri Prabhupada, he gave us the opportunity by establishing this ISKCON all over the world. By performing devotional service to Lord and his mission. So by engaging in loving service to Krishna, the living entity can transcend Maya and realize its eternal identity as Krishna's servant. The second is association with the devotees. Hearing and chanting about Krishna in the company of devotee purifies the heart and revives the soul dormant love for God. So there is one lecture from devotee. So those who are hearing the nectarian Krishna Gatha, they are all gopis. Tava kritamritam tapta jivanam kabibirivitam kalvashapaham shavana mangalam shrimadhadadam bhuvigrinande puridhajana. The puridhajana, those are intelligent devotees. They are all gopis. Go means senses. P means pipataha. By hearing the Krishna Gatha, the transcendental Gatha of Krishna, they become all gopis. So you are all gopis now. Those hearing the Krishna Gatha, they are gopis. So next point is, first is devotional service, second is association of the devotee, third is Guru's guidance. So accepting shelter of lotus feet of Lord, the pure devotee, God of a spiritual master, provides a direction needed to overcome material illusions. So it's mentioned in Canto 11, text number 3. Now we'll talk about liberated condition. From Maya condition to liberated state of life. So the Bhagavatam describes the liberated state as one's pure consciousness, that is Krishna consciousness. So we are trying to become Krishna conscious, that is a liberated state, from conditioned state to liberated state. So where the soul is free from material desire and fully immersed in love for Krishna. That state is very, very difficult to attain. Only by sadhana, by practicing sincerely, we can attain the state. And the purport explained in the purport in Canto 4, chapter 29, such a soul is described as beyond the dualities of happiness and distress, birth and death. They are beyond dualities. Those who practice Krishna consciousness in pure state of mind. This is called liberated condition. And the 8th point is reconnection with the Supreme. We are discussing about conditioned state of the conditioned soul. So the ultimate purpose of living entity, as explained in Srimad Bhagavata, as Prabhupada mentioned, to reawaken its lost relationship with Krishna and return to its eternal home in the spiritual world, Golaka Vrindavan Dham, where one can experience eternal bliss and service to the Lord. That's the reason in all the, even Prabhupada, he first established the one book, Back to God magazine. That's what always Prabhupada emphasized. One should go back home, back to God. We are back home, every day we're going back home, But when you go back to Godhead, so Prabhupada says, in this life, one should try to go back home, back to Godhead. The conclusion of this first subject matter. So the the Srimad Bhagavatam provides a roadmap for the living entity journey from material bondage to spiritual liberation, from conditioned state to liberated state. Also, it emphasizes that root cause of suffering is separation from Krishna, and the ultimate solution is to engage in devotional service, guided by the teaching of Bhagavatam and genuine spiritual master, Guru. So in this way, the conditioned soul become liberated soul by practicing devotional service, association with the devotee, and taking guidance from Guru. The second part of the purport, condition under the illusion. I'll read the purport. The second point, the second point is condition soul under illusion. I'll read the purport. In conditioned life, the living entity is temporarily with many other conditioned souls. They gather together as family members, and the material affection is so strong that even after father or grandfather passes away, one takes pleasure in thinking that they return to the family in different forms. Sometimes this may happen, but in any case, the conditioned soul like to take pleasure in such a concocted thoughts. The conditioned soul under the illusion. So what Srimad Bhagavatam says about this? Why the conditioned soul under the illusion? So Srimad Bhagavata explains that conditioned soul falls under illusion Maya due to desire to enjoy separately from Supreme Lord Krishna. That's what they put under the illusion. So this illusion results in forgetfulness of soul's true nature as an eternal servant of Krishna and entanglement in the temporary material world. So because we forget Krishna, we put under the illusion of Maya. So I'll give some points below the key reason why the conditioned soul under the illusion. Very, very important point. So first we discuss the conditioned state of conditioned soul. Now the conditioned soul under the illusion. And this is the key point why the conditioned soul under the illusion as per Srimad Bhagavatam. The first point, why they put under illusion? It is desire for independent enjoyment. Everyone want to enjoy separately from Krishna. But the devotee, they want to enjoy with Krishna. The soul under the illusion, they want to enjoy separately from Krishna. There's a difference. So the Prabhupada says in the purport of Canto 3, the root cause of illusion is the living entity desire to enjoy independently of Krishna. In Canto 7, Chapter 7. Canto 3, Chapter 7. So the living entity forgetfulness of Krishna is the cause of his bondage and suffering in the material world. The main cause of suffering is we are forgetful of Krishna. So how to come out from these miseries? But turning away from the people or the conditions of turning away from Krishna, the soul enters the state of false identity. We are turning away from Krishna. Seeking fulfillment in material pleasure that are temporary and illusory. The first point is desire for independent enjoyment. That's what The conditioned soul put under illusion. The second point, influence of Maya, the material energy. The Prabhupada explained the Maya Krishna's eternal energy, Bahiranga Sakti, covers the true knowledge and the soul of the soul and entangles in its material existence. So the Srimad Bhagavatam describes Maya as an insurmountable force that binds the soul through the three modes of material nature. Mama Maya Durataya, goodness, passion, and ignorance. So also Prahlad Maharaj explains in 7th canto, the conditioned soul is bound by the ropes of material nature, thinking the body and its extensions to be the self. The second point is influence of Maya, material energy. How influenced by three modes of material nature. Third point, the conditioned soul under the illusion is false ego, ahankara. How ahankara works? So the false ego makes a living entity misidentify itself with the material body that we can see all over the world. And the mind rather than its true spiritual identity. Divya Surupahe Nitya Krishna. We forget that. We always think that we are the boss, but we are always the das. Anu das, anu das. So the Bhagavata explained that the false senses of self leads attachment, aversion, and endless desire. Because of false sense, the self leads to attachment, aversion, and endless desire, which perpetuate the cycle of birth and death. The conditions will become, they come to world again, repeated, punaripi maranam, punaripi janana, punaripi janare, jatare shayana. So due to the false ego, the living entity accepts the material body as a self and forgets real identity as spirit soul. This is called ahankara, false ego. The next point is because we are ahankara, the conditional under the illusion, they become ignorance, avidya. So it is a major factor actually. The ignorance avidya is a major factor in the illusion of the soul. The soul under the influence of Maya forgets its eternal relationship with Krishna and becomes absorbed in temporary material pursuits. So you can see in the material world, people are studying so many subject matter academically, but they don't read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. They have so many things, material pursuits. This is called avidya. This is a Prabhupada used to say, scientists and material scientists and all the philosophers are rascals. They don't know real purpose of studying the scriptures. So this ignorance creates a wheel that prevents the soul from pursuing the eternal truth. It stops avidya. That's the reason Prabhupada continuously was translating books to give the knowledge to the people of the world. Through Bhagavad Gita, Science of Civilization, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, so many books Prabhupada wrote, translated, because we are under the influence of illusion, Maya, and we are become ignorant, avidya. To come out from the ignorant, we have to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So next point is, because of conditioned soul under the illusion, attachment to the material desire. So the material desire karma binds the soul to the temporary world. And Srimad Bhagavatam explained that the pursuit of sensory pleasure, it traps the living entity in the cycle of action, karma, and reaction for the entangling into an illusion. So we just studied Rishabhadeva says, warns the conditioned soul, the attraction between male and female is a basic principle of material existence. And from it arises material attachment which leads to further entanglement. So attachment, because of the conditions under the illusion, it gets attached to the material desire. The next point is that a conditioned soul turning away from Krishna. So as explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, the conditioned soul is described as being illusioned because it turned away from Krishna and forgotten its relationship with him. Because avidya, ignorance. As we know, Krishna is the ultimate source of knowledge and bliss. And by rejecting him, the soul becomes dependent on the temporary and illusionary material energy. As we can see, practically the entire world is suffering because they are all forgetful of Krishna. They are suffering like anything. So the Bhagavatam state in 11th canto, forgetting Krishna, the living entity engaging in fruitive activities, entangling itself further in material existence. Because they turn away from Krishna. Again they take birth again in the material world. Punaripi Maranam, Punaripi Janam. So, the seventh point, the Krishna given is free will to all of us. What is the role of free will? So the Bhagavatam describes that the soul illusion is the result of misuse of its free will. Krishna is given a free will, but we are misusing the free will. That's the reason we are suffering. We put her under the illusion. So Prabhupada explained, although it is inherently part of Krishna and spiritual in nature, we are all part and parcel of Krishna. The soul has the independence to choose whether to serve Krishna or seek material enjoyment. Choice is ours. So Prabhupada gives a very, very nice example, analogy. We have key and the lock. The same key, we can lock the room. The same key, we can open the lock. So with the same body, we can liberate ourselves from the material world. With the same body, we can come back to the material world. Same body only. The same key, we can lock the lock, we can unlock the lock. This is the role of misusing the free will. We have become conditioned and illusion in the material world. The last point is cycle of karma and samsara. Since we are conditioned by illusion, we are put under cycle of karma and samsara. So the Bhagavatam explained, once the illusion takes hold, Maya takes hold, the conditioned soul becomes trapped in the cycle of karma, action, reactions, and samsara, repeated birth and death. And this cycle perpetuates the soul entanglement and deepens its forgetfulness of Krishna. Once we become entangled, we totally forget Krishna. We take 84 lakhs species of life in this material world. Finally, we get a human form of life. Even though we're getting human form of life, we just wasting our human form of life, just forgetting Krishna. So we just discussed about the conditioned soul under the illusion, and how what is the way to liberation for the illusion. This is the Bhagavatam describe and gives a solution to those who are under the illusion. First is surrender to Krishna. So by surrendering to Krishna and engaging devotional service, bhakti, the soul can transcend Maya. The soul can transcend Maya just by surrendering to Krishna. The second point is association with the devotee. So Prabhupada is specifically mentioned in the purport, one of the purport, by associating with a spiritually realized soul and hearing Krishna's glory, the soul regains a lost knowledge and devotion. So we know by hearing from realized soul, many soul, the condition become transcend the Maya, they become, they transcend the illusion, they become realized soul. So example, you can see Srila Prabhupada, just by associating with the Srila Prabhupada, many thousands of souls became realized soul. This is the power of pure devotees. I will give an example of how the virus affects, because spiritual virus, the pure devotee associates like a spiritual virus. Immediately, just we touch, just contact with the pure devotee, become a devotee of Krishna. In Mahaprabhu Leela also, one time when went to Puri, from Govinda Mahaprabhu, he saw the ocean, Mahadevi. He was thinking, so Yamuna, in opposite to Tota Gopinath, there is one small Parvat, Chata Parvat, is a Govardhan. Always he used to run towards that. He runs towards the ocean. One time he runs towards the ocean. He went enter the ocean, went around 2-3 kilometers. All are searching, where is Mahaprabhu? Where is Mahaprabhu? And finally, one fisherman caught. He put the net. He caught something heavy. He thought very big fish. He caught, and finally, in the net, Mahaprabhu was there. And by touching just Mahaprabhu, he became so ecstatic. He was just chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna like that. And went back to the seashore. All his wife and children, they came. What happened to this man? He became mad. Somebody, maybe he hunted by ghost. He called all the villagers, and first the wife touched this man, the fisherman, and she got infected, and she was chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. In this way, the whole village became infected by spiritual virus. So this is the power of pure devotees. The third is spiritual knowledge. Through Guru and through the scriptures, Shastra, the soul is entangled about its eternal nature and relationship with Krishna. They become liberated. So there is Shastra and Shastra. Now people are all over the world, they are fighting with Shastra, machine gun. Our machine gun is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See, we have holding like this. This is machine gun. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Always be alert by chanting the holy name of Krishna. This is a machine gun for the devotees. And the scriptures, this is our Shastra, is a God of protecting from the illusion, from the enemies, lust, greed, and anger. This is a kavacha. The scriptures are a kavacha. In this way, the illusion, we can liberate from the illusion. So, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, how Krishna gives the mercy. In Canto 10, chapter 14, text number 29, अदाप्तितेवो पदाम्बुजद्वया प्रसादलेसा गृहीत एव हि जानाति तत्त्वं भगवन् महिम्नो नाचन्यहेको अपि चिरं विचिन्वन्. So Prabhupada translate this verse, my Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of your mercy, of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand the Supreme Personality Godhead and are unable to know you, even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years. So, only by the mercy of Krishna and Krishna devotee one can understand Krishna. Otherwise, it's impossible. That's the reason association of the pure devotee is very, very important. Hearing from them is very, very important. By hearing from them, we get the mercy of the Lord. So, how to come out of the illusion? By engaging senses in the service of the Lord. So, senses direct toward Krishna is purifying. It's also mentioned about this in Canto 10, chapter 29. Kamo krodam bayam sneham akyam Paugridam yevacha nityam haro vidhadato yantidam mayatam hide. Person who constantly direct the lust, anger, fear, protective, affection, or friendship towards Lord Hari are sure to become absorbed in thought of him. So, in the Prema Bhakti Chandrika, Narottam Das Thakur explained very nice verse how to engage this Kama Krodha, Lobha. Kama Krishna Karmarpane Krodha Bhakta Disijane Lobha Sadhu Sange Harikataha Karikata Moga Ishta Labebhine Mada Krishna Gunagane Nijutta Kariba Jata Tataha. Lust, how to engage the lust? I will engage in offering the fruits of my work to Lord Krishna, Karma Yoga. Offering to Karmani Vadikaraste Mahapaleshu Kadachan. Just offering to Krishna, one can offer our desire for enjoyment, lust. Anger, I will direct towards the enemies of the devotee. How to engage in the service like Lord Hanuman. Greed, we should be very greedy. So I will engage by engaging greedy to hear topics of the Lord, and I want to hear more and more about Lord transcendental topics. In the association of the devotee, saintly devotees, one can engage the greed in the service of the Lord. So mad people. So for example, mad people. So madness will be there. We are all there are material madness and spiritual madness. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained the spiritual madness. Madness will be there when I madly glorify the transcendental attributes of Lord Krishna. So when Radha Swami Maharaj gives class, he gives class for 5 hours, 6 hours. He is so transcendental giving class. He is very madly glorifying the Supreme Personality Godhead. In this way, Narottam Das Thakur, I will engage all the senses in the service of Lord Krishna. So, very wonderful praise by Narottam Das Thakur. So, in the material as mentioned by in the Srila Prabhupada purport, the 3 kinds of friends Prabhupada talk about father, mother, other coming together and they're thrown away by material nature. So we should have real friend in our life. The three kinds of friends. One is Sakha. So Arjuna, Krishna says, my dear friend, Sakha to Arjuna. Sakha, the real friend. Example is Krishna and Arjuna. So in English, there is only friend, the common word for all. But in Sanskrit, say three kinds of friends. One is Sakha, the second is Mitra, social friend. Example you can say from Mahabharata, Duryodhana and Karna. There are some expectation between them. It's called Mitra. So next is third category of friend is Bandhu. We say Bandhu Balaga. It's called official friend. They will not come for any rescue operation. So whenever you have something, they will come. Otherwise, they will not come. They are called Bandhu. So we should have real friend. Real friend is Krishna. So Sugardhan Sarvabhutana is a real friend. So make friendship with Krishna. He will protect us from all the conditioned state and illusion state. So Prabhupada mentioned about Sat Asat dream. So I'll give the acronym of dream, the Sat dream. Asat dream is material dream. Sat dream is spiritual dream. So Srila Prabhupada had so many spiritual dreams. Correct, no? He want to establish TOP is happening now. He want to construct temple all over the world. It is happening. He want to construct many temples in India. It is happening. He want to distribute the books. It's happening. These are spiritual dreams. So not only should I have a dream, we have to act for the dream. With this, I'll conclude today's class. The dream spelling is DREAM. First D. We can see from Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita. Even though he was so many dreams, how he was acting to fulfill the dream. What's the dedication? Commit wholeheartedly to your goals and aspirations. He was wholeheartedly contributed his whole life to achieve the dream. The second R is resilience. Resilience. Stay strong and persevere through challenges and obstacles. Srila Prabhupada, how many he was going through challenges and obstacles? Resilience. Third is excellence. Strive for the highest standards in all that you do. When you chant, chant sincerely. When you read, read sincerely. When you engage in service to Krishna with love and affection, it's called excellence. Whatever you do with highest standards. That's what Prabhupada kept the standard, highest standard, cleaning, everything is highest standard, all over the world. The fourth is A, action. Not only dreaming for something, what action you have taken for to fulfill the dream. Action. Take consistent and focused steps towards your dream. So from all this we can take lesson from Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Always taking action, steps to fulfill the dream of his previous Acharya, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of the great Acharyas. Action. The M is motivation. Always have to stay inspired and driven by your vision and purpose. If you don't have motivation, you cannot inspire. You should stay inspired and driven by your vision and purpose. I have to do this. So in this way, the acronym emphasizes the qualities needed to turn dreams into reality. So in this way, we can also have a spiritual dream, but follow the principle of dream, how Srila Prabhupada achieved the dream by following these 5 things. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanandi, Hare Hare Bol. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Thank you very much for wonderful class. You beautifully explained what is the conditioned state of life and what activities they perform in the conditional state and what is the remedy for that. And you have given so many examples. So you have nicely quoted the a poem or poetry of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, how the senses can be engaged in the service of the Lord. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. And devotees may please unmute your line and share your questions or comments that you may have.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what is the R Prabhuji in our dream? What is R? Can you explain?
Resilience.
What Prabhuji?
Resilience. RESILIENCE.
Resilience. Okay. Can you explain Prabhuji in the note? About resilience, can you explain Prabhuji?
Strong and persevere through challenges and obstacles.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for that.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
all your senior Vaishnavas' blessings and
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Oh, today morning we were reading 15.3 and 4 slokas in Purushottama Yoga, 15th chapter. There, about the secondary roots which comes, they are like desires. They were explained to me. So when you were telling, all those thoughts were coming to me. The Russian devotees were imprisoned, and when they started chanting and they were set up, all the things were coming to them. Excellent, very nice thing, Prabhu. I hope I come out of this Maya and then go back to Krishna.
In this life only, yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu.
Any comments or questions from the devotee?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Any acronyms today you have told, Prabhu? I missed a bit of the class.
Prabhu, not today.
Mataji?
Prabhu did the acronym.
No acronyms.
Dream. Explain the dream. DREAM. This acronym I gave already.
What is it, Prabhu? The dream acronym?
Dream, D is dedication. It's called spiritual dream, not material dream. D, dedication. R, resilience. A, excellence. E, excellence. A, action. M, motivation.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, devotees, for the attentive and patient listening. Thank you for the wonderful explanation, Prabhu. We'll end today's session with the Vaishnava Pranam. Pancha Kalpata Rubhyasya Tripavindho Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Vaishnava Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol.
Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, devotees.
Hare Bol.
I'll end the Zoom session now. Thank you.